Okay. Let's start surface mining and finding out what we can see.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Put our cargo scoop down. My power distribution is good. I have weapons on my SRV, because there actually is weapons, and we have to have them for our surface mining. That's usually most of the time, that's the only weapons that I use. See the rocks fly a little bit, showing that the gravity is not very strong here. And my manganese, see, I've only have 5 out of 250 because I went by the material trader. Boy, it's slow coming down. It stays up in the air a long time. Sys view. Oops, facing the wrong way. Sys view. Sys view. Sys left. I need to say the right things. Going to go to the system map. Go over to Saturn, and underneath Saturn is Enceladus. If I'm saying that right. Enceladus. Gravity is 0.01 of Earth. Yeah, that's why. That's why it took so long for those fragments to come down. Sys left. Sys left. Yeah, I couldn't turn with the panel up the way I've got it configured. So I always have to make sure that I put the panel away or I can't turn. But it's a pretty nice looking surface. It says I still have a material behind me. Now it doesn't always. And you see I just kicked it up and it went up in the air and it's staying up there for a little bit. Because it's 0.01. It's 1/99th of Earth's gravity. Or 0.1 of Earth's gravity. Yep, that's pretty rough. Those on the moon that could jump, you know, just walking could jump. Boy, you could really do it here. I'm afraid maybe that's why there's not hills. If I went over a hill, I might never come down. In this dune buggy. So, might be something we watch or we go into orbit. That wouldn't be good. I mean, I just kicked one of those rocks and took it a while to come back down. I mean, we might be sitting in the air for a little bit if we jump. But a little bit of surface mining. And if you would, watch the other videos I have on Sol. We landed on Mercury. We landed on several of Jupiter's moons. Like Europa, Ganymede, several others. So watch my videos there. And some of them were on surface mining, and sometimes we found skimmers and down satellites and things like that. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, we could probably take a nap before the material came back down. Because they sit up there for a while. See, we were maxed out with iron. Now we have our iron bay is empty. It takes them a while to come down. We have it's like an outcrop over there. Takes some time for them to come see us. They float. And you can tell it's slick. I can put on the brakes and we slide. Slip sliding away. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're slip sliding away. Might be giving away my real age. My voice doesn't tell you how old I am. It's not a good thing to be older, much older, over 40. Yeah, let's just stick with that. They say the average player of Elite Dangerous is in their late 30s. Find that fascinating. It's taken them forever to come down. So this is an interesting situation. When you blow up the rock, it takes several minutes for the fragments to come down. And there is another one somewhere. I remember seeing one that was further to the left. And now I don't see it. It's not showing up on our base radar. Oh, there, maybe. There it is. Sometimes you have to go find it. And I think there's an outcrop around here somewhere that I saw a target on. And there might be something else out there. Because it's showing high on our radar. But we'll probably have to go check it out, because that's what we do. We check things out. I would think for astronomers, this is a pretty cool game. So you can actually go run around on planets or simulate like you're running around on planets that you've studied all your life. I'm not an astronomer. Am I fascinated with astronomy? Yeah. Yeah, I am. It might be a little bit of the draw for this game, but I'm in the simulators. It's neat getting to fly a spaceship. Just like the Python and the Cutter. Yep, my two favorite ships, and I have them. This is the only thing I don't like. When you blast them, it takes several minutes for the fragments to come down. Not as bad as interdictions, but I dislike interdictions more than anything else in the game. Need to check out my video where I had 6 interdictions and 1 super cruise between 2 stations with the Cutter. And the Cutter is not easy with interdictions. But I do have engineer modded modules, so it's not so bad. Or wouldn't be as bad if it wasn't engineered modded. Probably be a whole lot worse. Oops, we got one over here too. And I moved my panels or disabled my panels, and they're strictly on voice attack. Software that binds your keyboard controls to voice. I'm not getting paid to talk about it, but it's because I like their program. Very nice. Ooh, I'm just glad we didn't fly up into space when we backed over that rock. Because we could have. The way this the little gravity that's here. Maybe my elves in the ship put extra weights in the SRV or something. It does say 22% heat, a very small amount. There is some upper blips. We were seeing them before, and they're still there. Sometimes they can be ships overhead too, but I don't really see ships overhead. So let's go over here and see what we can find. Because if there's something out there, we have to check it out. We always do. That's why you need to watch my videos and come along, because we check it out. So when you get to these planets, you know what to expect. Now we're on Sol. That's for solar system. That's human solar system. It's the system that Earth is in. And we're on a moon of Saturn. One of Saturn's moons. So if you're even curious about astronomy like I am, very curious, didn't take it in school or anything like that, but you can run around in a kind of like a dune buggy or a rover on the planet, which is very cool. Now there is no red box or trespass zone, which they're called, right now. There could, so we're watching that base radar, or sensor is what they call it, for a red box to show up. And that usually means skimmers and stingers are protecting canisters, a crash satellite, something like that. So we're going over here because, oh, there is a trespass zone. The red box. If you go in that red box, you could be fired upon by whoever's protecting whatever they're protecting. So that's what we're trying to find out, is what's over here. And we can see. Looks like it's probably canisters, and as we get closer, whatever there might pop out. Sometimes they'll pop out before we get there, get to the red line, or the red box. Sometimes they wait till we cross it before they show up. I'm not a combat guy.
You have entered a trespass zone. Trespass zone cleared.
There is a stinger though. There's the stinger. Sentry skimmer. Sentry skimmer. And sentry skimmer. But there's also the stinger, and those canisters that they're protecting, I'm not sure what those are, but we can't get close enough to find out. But if you want to come to Enceladus and take them out, you go right ahead. Like I said before, at some point I'm probably going to have to work on my combat skills, which are very limited. I can take out harmless ships and things like that. Harmless and helpless, but... And I could probably take out one or more of these Sentry skimmers. Now the stinger, I don't know. It might be a little more formidable. But they are wanted. And you can get bounties from killing them. It's like, yeah, the stinger's wanted too. So you can get a bounty if you destroy them. But they have support ships. And the support ships could come and attack us. And then attack us every time we try to land on a planet. Which would not be a good thing. That's not what I would want. I don't want to be shot at. It's bad enough with the NPCs, or the computer-based pirates, interdicting me all the time. So, okay. Again, we have seen what we can see. Get around this box before we turn.